All right, 25 years.
Yes.
What do you think, eh?
Hard to believe.
Nothing but good times all along the way.
All the way.
No serious issues, no.
No.
It was just us having fun.
Fun is what it's about.
All right, well, watch me blow this thing. I'll probably put a hole in the roof.
Just
Look,
right
you're already ducking. I can't believe it. Oh, ye of little faith. Well, at the risk of being a little melodramatic,
Don't
seriously,
make me cry.
I can't think of three people that shouldn't have gotten together like we did, because I've loved every second of it, and I love you guys, and I love the entire team we have here at Stonebridge. So
We have a good
happy
Love
team.
you
25th.
too. Happy
We have a good
25th.
team.
So we named ourselves after the Stone Arch Bridge, built by James J. Hill in 1889,
9.
right around there. We may be off a number or two.
Yeah, probably are.
Because of the historic perspective and also the uniqueness of its technology when it was built. From that moment on, it was off to the races. You know, as we celebrate our 25th anniversary, I get a lot of questions from clients, friends, people around us, advisors that we work with. Why did you start the company? It really occurred when Dennis and I were working for another firm, a larger firm. The firm we were with really wanted us to build more product, in other words, more mutual funds, and then more standardized management. And they wanted us to go after the institutional market. And Dennis and I were just like, that is exactly the wrong direction that we want to go in. Because what that meant was it was going to take us away from the client. We're going to build product, shove it out the door, charge people inappropriate amounts of money for something that probably didn't really serve their needs or their objectives. So many firms prior to us starting the company didn't want their portfolio managers or people in front of the clients.
Right.
Talk to them on the phone, email them, which was just totally contrary to what we really wanted to do.
Yes.
I mean, the joy of being in front of a person, getting to know them, look them in the eyes, and understand who they are, and hopefully they get a picture of who we are too.
And we were determined to meet them again, time and again. To
Absolutely, yeah.
Absolutely.
answer their questions.
Right,
so
right. My, I think first aha moment was you and I were trying to gather clients in our early stages, early days, and we had met with a client downtown St. Paul, and the client had presented kind of a complicated situation that required a fair amount of service and a very, very specific investment strategy that it's not that we hadn't done it before, but it was very unique. So as we walked out of this client's office, we were walking down the skyways, and we kept saying, well, you know, if we do this, I don't know if it'll get approved, or we don't want to charge a whopping fee on this. We want to charge a reasonable fee that's fair, because this is a kind of a unique situation. And the two of us just all of a sudden stopped, and the skyway went, we don't have to ask anybody permission for anything here. If we want to do it, we can do whatever we want to do. And so that was like, from that moment on, we were the happiest guys. We were probably dancing down the skyway like,
Bob did the dancing. He's good at it.
He's always been the dancer.
Hey, we can do this. We want to be able to manage clients as they need to have their money managed with services and investments that are appropriate for the client. So everything was designed to be customized with individual bonds and stocks that were designed for each client based on their objectives and their needs. And we haven't wavered from that concept. In fact, we've probably taken it like 5 or 6 steps forward.
Yeah. It was all written down, and so the client and us knew what the strategy should be. And when we got together with them again, if there was a deviation or a correction they wanted, it would go right in the book.
Yep. Absolutely. Well, my recollection's a little different than yours, because you guys were together and made this decision, and I will never forget when you guys approached me to join you in this endeavor. Hey Heidi, you want to work with us? We're starting a company. We don't have any name. We don't have any assets. You just got married. You just bought a house. Come on over.
Yeah.
Right.
The best decision I ever made was joining you two in this lovely endeavor of being a young mother and raising my children along with raising this business. they really grew up together. And so teaching my children what we teach each other and our coworkers and employees, I think that's why we have been successful for so long.
As we grew as a team, as we grew in our relationship, we developed what we now refer to as our core values. That being respect, integrity, and trust. I'm curious how it's impacted you and the way you might feel you've embraced it. And certainly we can't answer for all 28 people that we have here, but Dennis, what are your thoughts on it?
Well, I focus on the respect. It's so important to me personally and to us that our clients not only understand what we're doing, but respect us for it. Mm-hmm. And there have been a number of times, we all have had this, where a client will come to us and say to us on the phone, wow, you're doing a good job, and I really respect what you've done, and you're doing what you said you could do. And congratulations for that. And that's part of why we have congratulations for 25 years.
Right.
Well, with clients, obviously, the trust, I think, is so integral to what we do, along with the respect. But that we have gained their trust, I think, means the most to me, because that's really hard to do. Money is so personal, and your investments are such a personal thing. And to trust us with that, and you take those through all parts of your life. That core of trust and respect is so deeply embedded in what we believe.
Well, we've got a great team of people here, and it's been interesting to see how that's developed.
We have that story about every single one of our employees. Just everyone along the way has added so much to us, whether they be portfolio manager, operations, or client service. Everyone adds to who we are as a company. And that's what I think makes us so special.
They're all still with us. The retention rate of this company has been superb.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, John, Schoenberg calls it it's like the Hotel California. You can check in, but you can never check out. We had a party for your retirement, I think at the St. Paul Hotel. I was addressing the audience, and I looked around the room. Weepy here, holy smokes. I love these people. This is friggin' awesome. I cannot believe that we've been able to gather this group together and work together so closely, care about each other so much.
Been so many over the years. We've lost a few to the inevitability of death, but we've lost very few to dissatisfaction. We keep them. We keep our people too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's ideal in so many ways.
It's like family.
Yeah. The people here are enthusiastic. I remember one time that there was a little placard on her side of her cubicle saying, "Just ask Jess."
Yeah.
She was very young. She wasn't even married yet, but I mean, she had a feeling that she could help and do that. And she said, "I can do it. Just ask me."
Exactly. And that's the attitude that so many of our employees have. And that's why we're so successful, is because we've built this and built it not to be us, but to be who we're going to be and build on those ideas. And I think one of the best sayings that Bob's had over the years is we're constant students of the market. We are always learning and always adapting.
Our tagline has always been client-led, partnership-driven. The other question that's often asked is, what was your aha moment when you said, we're doing the right thing, we're progressing nicely, and it is meeting and fulfilling a lot of my life goals?
I remember the first client, I just named him, and he's still a client. But he said, "Okay, let's do it." And he started out with 500, and it was like that. And then the other moment was when we approached $1 billion in assets. It's quite a few years later, and now we're close to $2 billion.
Yeah.
So that was the other moment. Getting over the $1 billion mark was pretty important. Getting the first client was every bit as important.
Oh, I have to say, I think my aha moment was the first time we had a client reception. And all of these people were coming in the doors. And I was like, wow, all of these hundreds of people are clients of ours and rely on us and have become family and friends. And it was just so satisfying and heartening to me to see all these clients coming to celebrate with us and to meet each other, and how they all had connections and made friends with each other as well. And I just thought that was a huge deal. My other one was 100 million, so much smaller than yours. But I remember when we hit 100 million and we were able to start a larger custodial relationship that had more products available for our clients, and we could do just a bit more with it. And I thought that was a huge deal. 100 million was gigantic to me.
I'm really enthusiastic about the future of Stonebridge. We've come a long way, but we know we have a long way to go and grow.
The things that come to me are that we've gained respectability, and that companies have called us asking if we would want to be a part of them. And uniformly we have said, no. We hadn't got to the point of saying, well, what would you do for us? I mean, that's a thing that we've described to ourselves, both on would we sell and would we buy. And we have done that with people with portfolios, but we haven't done companies yet. And somewhere along the track, I foresee that we will.
I think more along the lines of not being Hippen, Hukriede, and Kincade, you guys also made sure that we were multi-generational. I was talking to Kat the other day, our newest employee, and I figured out that our two newest employees were not even born when we started Stonebridge. So that is how I see the future, is moving through the years with the employees and continuing our growth and using the youth and the new strategies to improve what we've come up with.
Well, as we sit here looking now, we are reminded that multiple studies have shown that a firm like us, starting from the very bottom, no assets, to survive more than 2 or 3 years is a very interesting and exciting thing. And here we've done it for a lot longer.
And here's to 25 more.
25 more years.
Hopefully we're all still here in 25 more.
I'm sure we will be.
I'm sure.
Hey, it's been fun getting together. I like the conversation.
Yeah.
It's been awesome.
Yeah.
Love you guys.
Love you too.
Good.